Hey Devon, how's it going?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. Yeah, first up, I wanted to know, what got you involved or how did you get involved with Who Are You People?
Uh, this is a script that came to my agency originally, and for some reason it didn't get to me. So the director Ben Epstein contacted me via social media and said, "Hey, we're trying to get you to read this script." And I finally got it and read it, and it was great. It was a page turner from the beginning, but the ending had me conflicted, and I didn't know what to do with it. And there was a lot of conversations with my reps about, is this the story we want to tell? What do you think? How should we play this? And, I ended up thinking that it was important and that we should tell it. And that it was important to open this conversation with the ending and see what audiences have to say. And yeah, that's basically how I got involved in it. It was a small little indie film. I'd come off a film called Hunter x Hunter recently, which is the same kind of thing. There was no money involved really, but it was people with a strong vision, filmmakers, like real filmmakers, that come from some sort of background that wanted to make a good film, and you could just tell. And so I did it.
Awesome. Yeah, with the role of Carl, is you kind of mentioned or you touched on it a little bit. Being a parent yourself, did that
Yeah.
make it more important to tell the story, or was just the story itself that engaging that you?
It was the story itself. I don't feel like Carl is anything like me as a parent, um, only because I had kids at 36 and Carl had kids at 18 and or yeah, something like that, 18, I think. And so I couldn't imagine what kind of parent I would have been if I had kids at 18. It's a different. I had many more years to mature and become, a parent that doesn't mind getting up at 7 in the morning to make breakfast and stuff like that. It, yeah, but it's nice to I'm finally in that age where I'm starting to play all these this parent of teenagers, I
Yeah.
guess. Um, so I'll be doing that for a while until I get the grandpa roles, I suppose.
Yeah, is there anything particular about Carl that you found interesting, when reading through the script?
Yeah. The one thing that Carl is sober and he's kind of changed his life and he's trying to be a better man. I became sober, almost 17 years ago, and so we have that kind of in common. That was something that drew me to it. The relationship that he has with Emma's character Alex is kind of a beautiful thing. It starts off very rocky. He doesn't want anything to do with her. She doesn't know why. He does. The audience doesn't. But they eventually start building this beautiful thing, that they have art together. They have, that they start to become close and friends until he's got to confront the past when Elisa's character comes back in and we learn some things. So
Yeah, I mean, you're also no stranger to like these ensemble casts. And I mean, obviously with this one you have more scenes with particular people than others, but is there anything special that stands out, about this particular cast?
I loved working with the Yardley. I loved that she isn't Lisa Simpson in,
Yeah.
she's like, of course, when she came to set and I heard the voice, it was like, oh my God, Lisa Simpson. I've been listening to this voice since I was 9 years old. It's or 10 years old or whatever it is. And then to find out she's got such range and she's a dramatic actress and that was special. Elisa Milano, I've been watching for a very long time. We didn't have too much together, but that was a treat. And then just to see Emma, who's early 20s, it just reminds me of I was an actor back then, and to see how fearless and talented she is, and it was a great. Everybody was there to work too. There was no you know whining or moaning about hours or anything like this. It was all, everybody was there for the same reason, cast and crew.
Cool. Yeah. from a viewer's perspective, I could kind of sense that it seemed like everyone was there to do their job, and I think that
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Genre films, seem to be your bread and butter lately.
Yeah.
Was it a nice change of pace to kind
Yeah.
of tug on heartstrings for a change?
Man, I'm such a sucker for horror films, man. It really is it's what I love to do. But yeah, I love drama. I love this kind of thing. I love, um, for instance, Chucky is so campy and over the top and big and fun and then to put your feet back on earth and be grounded and real, and it's a nice change. It really is fun to do.
Yeah, I also saw you have two other films in post-production right now, Civil and Fallout. Is there anything about those that maybe we should keep our eye out for?
Yeah, there's also Consumed, which is not on IMDb for whatever reasons that XYZ did. Yeah, Fallout is going to be interesting. It's with Tyrese Gibson and Kate Bosworth, and it takes place in a bunker, and we're running out of air, and it's kind of got a Saw feel, and it's not really horror, more psychological thriller. I'm hoping to go do another season of Chucky. That's on my wish list. We'll see what happens with that. It's just nice to be doing this kind of, have the ability to bounce around and do this kind of stuff, to do the Who Are You people and Hunters and it's I feel like I'm in a great spot right now as far as what I'm doing. So
Yeah, with this film in particular, I thought you really got to show a lot of range.
yeah,
It is a dad role, but at the same time, there was just a little bit of Devon Sawa that we've never seen before. So I mean, thought that was really cool.
yeah. I wanted to lean into I didn't want to be, I don't know how to like movie-ish or TV-ish, you know what I mean? I just wanted to look like a normal guy from the Midwest or wherever it was that this, just a normal everyday guy that works. He's a mechanic. My father was a mechanic, it had a little bit of my father feel in there, the hair, yeah, I was just a dude,
Yeah.
It was a good change.
Well, before we wrap up, I got a chance to talk to you at Texas Frightmare, and we discussed Slackers and Stu Stone.
Yeah.
Before,
There could be a book on me and Stu Stone's long journey in life.
Well, I'm sure many people would read it, but the one thing I want to mention, because I have those two stories behind me, I want to ask about The Fanatic, criminally underrated film.
Yeah.
And, also you playing a dad role. Can you talk a bit about working with Fred Durst and specifically the scene where you turn on Limp Bizkit in the car?
Yeah. I don't know how Fred feels about that scene. I don't know whether it was in his cut of the movie. That was an improv line.
Oh, really?
That was an after the case, like we'd already gotten what the original line was, and I kind of just threw that in, and everybody kind of chuckled, and never in a million years did I think it would make the movie. A gentleman overseas took the movie after and kind of tweaked a little bit of Fred's version of it, and I don't know whether he stuck that in. Like, I don't know how Fred. I never actually talked to Fred about whether he liked that line in there, and it wasn't. He never wrote that in, and he never. That came like we were like on the last take. We were jamming with the car. The nice thing about not shooting on film anymore and shooting digital is you can say action and shoot 4 or 5 back-to-back takes on a driving shot, for instance. It saves you a lot of time, whatever. And so you're doing this and you're just trying different things and you're jamming, and I got the kid in there. I'm trying to make him laugh, make it feel real. And I just said out of nowhere, like, I've been throwing out a little Limp Bizkit, and and then you keep going, and you never don't even remember that you said that, and then it makes the film, and I don't know. I don't know. It was just out of nowhere. The crazy thing about The Fanatic is, and I tell this to people all the time, there's a large chunk of the ending that was cut out of the film because we didn't have the rights to some stuff. Travolta is, if they could show the footage, like, one day, he raps an LL Cool J song. He pretends to be Pennywise. He pretends to be the brother character from Reservoir Dogs, not Vince Vega, but the other Vega brother or whatever it is. It's just all this stuff. And then they realized, well, shit, we don't have the rights to this, and so it didn't make the film. But he for 2 days I watched John Travolta be an absolute genius with all these crazy impressions, everything from Misery to it was awesome to watch. It really was. It was fun. And
Well,
and Fred Durst, I would love to work with him again. He's a filmmaker. He's good at what he does. So
well, also Devon Sawa, you are good at what you do.
thank you.
Thank you for your time, sir. Here at CineDump, we let the doers know how they're doing, and you are doing just fine. Great film, great range. You know, keep making it. We'll keep watching it. Thank you, sir.
Keep watching them. I appreciate it. I really do.